So I'm on my way to the Inner Harbor, Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm going to continue my series of questions with random strangers on why do you stare at people with disabilities. Check it out. So here at the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm with Samantha, and you can speak up, please. Oh. And I'm with Samantha and her friends. And Samantha, I noticed when I walked up, you were checking out my prosthetic legs. Mm-hmm. So tell me, why did you stare at me and my prosthetic legs?
I think initially I'm just noticing that there's something to see. And then I think from there my mind kind of wanders. I'm not necessarily staring and aware of my staring. I think I'm more just thinking like, oh, I wonder how that happened, or I wonder why that happened. And
curiosity.
Yes, definitely curiosity.
Did you feel sorry for me at any time?
I don't think so.
And here I have, what's your name?
Allie.
Allie, tell me, when I walked up, you stared at me and my prosthetic legs. Tell me why you stared at me.
Like my friend Sam just said, first you just notice something was a little different and you're looking at it, and I saw it too, and then I also saw your smile and I was like, he seems like he's having a good time today. So it was like a whole different range of emotions. First I was like, oh, that's so terrible, but then I was like, he's just living his life. So
my confidence actually helped your perception of me being a disabled American.
Absolutely.
So I'm here with Mike in the Inner Harbor at Baltimore, Maryland, and Mike, I noticed you checked out my prosthetic legs when I walked up, and tell me why you were staring at me.
Well, my first thought was, it's so great that science has gotten to this point that it can help people with disabilities. And my second thought was, are you a veteran?
Mm-hmm.
You are?
No, I'm not.
No?
Actually.
Okay. That was my second thought. That was pretty much what goes through my mind when I see people with disabilities. It's like, that's so great that they got that help, and then did they get that fighting for us is my second thought usually.
So you're pretty much out of respect and admiration and curiosity.
Yeah.
If I had been limping when I walked up, would you have felt sorry for me?
Maybe a little, but then I would have thought you probably have a way to fix that maybe, or there's probably a way to fix something like that.
So you didn't feel sorry for me in any way, shape, or form when you saw me walk up?
I felt a bit sorry, but I don't know. Part of me thinks it's kind of cool.
I do too.
Yeah?
I noticed you guys checked out my prosthetic legs when I walked by. You did a double take. Now, why did you do that?
It's different.
Mm-hmm. Did you feel sorry for me in any way?
Yeah.
You felt a little sorry? How about you, Garrett?
I didn't see your legs till now.
You didn't even notice?
No.
Ah, wow. You were like looking at those pretty girls that were walking by, right?
I was looking at your
Ah, you're looking at my camera. Okay. Aubrey and
Hannah.
And Anna. Hannah or Anna? Anna. And Aubrey, I noticed when I walked by, you were staring at me. You were checking out my prosthetic legs. And tell me why.
I just think it's unique that you can like fight through it, and you can really like just adapt to the new, like having them and not having like actual legs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool. I like.
So you were admiring me a little bit for what maybe I've been through.
Yeah.
Were you were curious about what I've been through, maybe?
I wonder if you like went into war or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Hannah?
I think that it's great that they have the new inventions that you guys can, even though you have gone through this difficult time, that you guys can come out into the real world and walk around just like everybody else, just like maybe you used to.
To my surprise, I ran into another brother who is an amputee like myself. He's an AK, a left AK. Tell me your name.
My name's Aaron McCain.
Aaron, so tell me, man, what is it, how does it make you feel when people, quote unquote, able-bodied people stare at you for being different, for having an amputation?
Well, I have kids and stuff run up to me and touch my leg and stuff like this when I'm in shorts. And one woman told me, say, what am I gonna do with that? I was at the strip joint. And she said, what am I gonna do with that? it made me feel kind of bad. I said, I'm a soldier, you know, this and that.
Right.
You know, I deserve respect. You know,
That's right.
What am I going to do with that? Shoot, I take it off. You see what I can do with it.
My man. I noticed when I walked up, you were checking out my prosthetic legs.
I was going to ask you about that.
So tell me how you felt when you saw me walking by in prosthetic legs.
I felt as though you were not any different than anybody else. Because I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day about somebody that had prosthetic legs. And he was watching some of them run, and they could run just as fast or just as quick as an ordinary person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was going to stop and ask you, how do you have any problems with moving, running, anything like that?
So you were basically curious, and you're admiring the way that I walk and stuff like that. Okay.
I mean, if you had long pants on, I couldn't tell.
I noticed that you saw me walk by with my prosthetic legs and you were checking them out. So tell me, first of all, what's your name?
Avel.
Avel. Tell me, what were you feeling when you saw me walk by?
My initial thought was, is he a vet?
Okay. Anything else? Did you feel sorry for me at all?
No.
Were you curious? Well, you were curious. You know, was he a vet?
Not
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. Was there some admiration, maybe some respect in there at all?
Wondering if you were also an athlete or not.
Okay. All right.
And if you use them for any type of like events, training, running.
Okay. I see you got something going on with your leg here too.
Oh yeah.
What's happening there with your ankle?
Complete tear of the Achilles.
Really?
Yeah.
Those crazy positions in the bedroom, huh? You just beat him up, right?
He does blame me, but that wasn't me.
See? I didn't want to say it, but thank you for bringing it up for me. I really appreciate it.
Obviously, you've got something that's different about you, just like I do. I wear prosthetic legs. Tell me how it makes you feel when quote-unquote able-bodied people stare at you.
You know, most of the time I think they're just curious. It doesn't really bother me. You know, we all are different, and whether it's you know, somebody with different shape or different size, or you know, somebody who's particularly attractive or sort of in the other direction, you know, you just kind of look.
Out of curiosity.
I think that's probably right.
Yep.
Take
Thank
care.
you for your honesty, Jim.
Hey, take care.
So I'm down here, ran into my buddy from the NHRA drag races, Craig, and lo and behold, Craig is an amputee like myself. Show your legs, Craig.
Look, put your pants on, honey. Look. You need some new legs.
Craig's been he's been doing carpet. We're laying carpet with his legs. So Craig, real quick question. How do you feel when people stare at you for being different, for being an amputee?
Oh, I think I don't know. The children understand it, I think, more than the adults do. But like you say, nobody ever asked. All they do is stare. But that doesn't bother me anymore. I've been an amputee for 15 years now, so that doesn't really affect me. I'm not a military amputee, but I get that quite a bit. But that's not what happened, and you know. But people do have respect for that, so that's very cool.
Thanks for your honesty, Craig.
Hey, no problem, Reggie. Anytime.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
My name is Reggie. I noticed when I walked by, you were checking out my legs when I walked by.
No.
So tell me why. Be honest with me.
I'm an EMT. I don't know what.
Can you tell the camera you didn't even notice?
No, I really didn't until you said something
I
else.
honestly didn't see you until just now when you approached us.
Yeah.
So you didn't see. I thought you did a double take. So you must have been looking at my
everybody.
you must have been looking at my face. That's what it was.
That's what it was. I
love
like
her.
me some chocolate.
I like me some vanilla. I'm here interviewing people in the harbor about the science of staring and why people stare at what they feel is different than them and what they're used to seeing. So what this information is going to do is going to go back to, I'm going to make a documentary, and it'll go back to the disabled community. A lot of people who have disabilities, who wear prosthetic legs or in wheelchairs and all, they have insecurities about their situations when the quote-unquote able-bodied stares at them. So if I can go straight to the source, the public, the able-bodied public, and ask them, why do you stare? And then give that
natural as a person to see if you see something different or anything like that. It's just a natural thing to just kind of look at them and see.
So it's out of curiosity a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Did you feel sorry for me in any way when you saw my prosthetic legs?
Honestly, it was life, and you are walking, and you approached us.
Breathing this beautiful air here in Baltimore, there's nothing to feel sorry about.
God is beautiful, isn't he?
God is beautiful. Yeah.
All right. So last question, and be honest. Would you ladies date a guy who has a disability?
Absolutely.
Why not?
I have.
Mental disability, physical disability, doesn't matter. It depends on the person.
I forgot about the mental part. So yeah, there's a whole lot of guys that are mentally disabled and emotionally disabled.
It all comes in.
Okay, so I should say with a physical disability, you would date a guy that has a physical disability in a heartbeat. Okay,
If
awesome.
my husband ever had an injury, I would still love him as much as I do today.
Oh,
Seriously.
God bless you. Awesome.
I seriously would.
And what's your name? Bob. Bob, you're an amputee like me, bilateral below knee amputee. How do you deal with people who stare at you for being different or being an amputee?
Just let it go most of the time. It really doesn't bother me.
How long have you been an amputee, Bob?
Since 2000.
And it doesn't bother you that when people stare. Did it ever bother you initially when you first became an amputee?
Nah, I'm too old.
That's right. I love that. When you get older, you stop caring about what people think about you.
Right.
God bless you, Bob. Thanks, man.